What if the people closest to you were quietly crossing your boundaries? We are often taught that family is sacred, loyalty is unquestionable, and obedience is a virtue. From childhood, sacrifices and favors are noted silently, and you are expected to repay them without question. But Stoicism asks a different question. Does connection grant control, or does it grant choice? Not every act of love warrants unchallenged access to your life, thoughts, or emotions. Guilt is often a subtle tool used to influence your decisions. Quiet reminders, disappointed glances, or endless expectations can make you feel trapped. A Stoic recognizes these patterns and chooses actions guided by reason, not fear. Blood may form bonds, but it does not justify control. Love does not demand obedience, and respect must be earned, not assumed. This video will guide you through insights that safeguard your peace while honoring family, showing you how to reclaim dignity without anger. 1. Blood should never grant automatic access. Family ties do not automatically give anyone the right to control your life. Love and loyalty are not excuses for overstepping boundaries. Respect must always be earned, and your choices belong to you first. Guilt is one of the quietest forms of influence. Subtle reminders, a disappointed glance, or the weight of past sacrifices can leave you feeling trapped and uncertain about your own judgment. These pressures may appear as caring, but beneath the surface, they are forms of control. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes when you act based on reason, not from fear of disappointing others. Observing these dynamics allows deliberate responses and preserves inner peace. Endurance is often praised, but blind endurance is not virtue. Silently complying to avoid conflict may seem noble, yet it gradually erodes independence and weakens character. Setting boundaries is not defiance, it is wisdom. Knowing when to say no or limit access preserves clarity and dignity. True peace is found not in yielding, but in consciously choosing what is acceptable and acting accordingly. Your growth may unsettle those accustomed to familiarity. As you evolve, family members might question your choices, frame your independence as distance, or attempt to pull you back into old patterns. Stoicism reminds us that growth does not equal betrayal. Remaining authentic is not disloyal, even if it challenges expectations. Courage and discernment are essential to honor your own path while respecting others. Guilt can disguise itself as love, making it harder to recognize intrusion for what it is. Emotional manipulation presented as concern creates pressure to comply. You are allowed to value past sacrifices without surrendering control of your life. Boundaries are not rejection, they are an expression of self-respect. Recognizing this truth allows you to reclaim authority over your decisions and emotions, safeguarding your inner world. Blood may create connection, but it does not grant unlimited access. Love does not give anyone permission to manipulate, dictate, or intrude. You can cherish family and maintain peace at the same time. Respect and boundaries are not mutually exclusive. They are the framework for relationships that honor both parties. Peace begins when access is consciously granted, not assumed. Forced loyalty is not virtue. Submission dressed as care is not love. Stoicism teaches clarity, discernment, and inner freedom rather than rebellion. Your life, choices, and emotions belong to you first. Freedom begins when you understand that connection by blood does not automatically grant permission to control your life. 2. Recognize when influence becomes control. Family influence can be subtle, almost invisible, yet deeply powerful. Every suggestion, expectation, or implied criticism can shape your thoughts and actions without your conscious consent. Stoicism teaches that awareness is the first step toward freedom. Observing these dynamics allows you to act deliberately rather than reactively. You do not have to accept influence that compromises your principles. Pressure disguised as guidance can be difficult to identify. Words meant to advise may carry hidden obligations. You may feel compelled to comply to avoid disappointment or conflict. A Stoic distinguishes between genuine guidance and emotional leverage. Acting from clarity rather than fear preserves both relationships and inner peace. Expecting unconditional compliance is not love. True care respects autonomy and acknowledges individuality. When influence becomes control, the balance of power is lost. Stoicism reminds us that maintaining personal sovereignty is not betrayal. Your boundaries are necessary for both dignity and healthy connection. Growth and independence often trigger resistance. As you assert your choices or pursue your path, some family members may respond with subtle criticism or disapproval. Stoicism teaches that personal development is not betrayal. Staying true to your values, even when uncomfortable for others, strengthens character and reinforces inner authority. Emotional manipulation can be mistaken for concern. Pressure to conform or prioritize others' expectations may feel loving, but it can erode confidence and decision-making. Stoic practice encourages reflection and self-affirmation. By recognizing patterns of control, you reclaim authority over your thoughts and actions. Love without respect for boundaries is incomplete. Not all connection implies permission. Shared history, lineage, or affection does not grant the right to dictate your choices. Stoicism emphasizes discernment, knowing when to accept guidance and when to maintain independence. Peace is achieved not by obedience, but through conscious engagement. Setting boundaries respects both yourself and those you care about. Freedom requires vigilance and clarity. You can honor your family while preserving autonomy. Stoic wisdom shows that influence should inspire growth, not demand submission. Your life, decisions, and inner peace are your responsibility. Recognizing the line between influence and control is the foundation for both healthy relationships and enduring tranquility. 3. Maintain your inner authority. Your life belongs to you first. Family ties may create connection, but connection does not grant anyone the right to control your decisions or emotions. Love does not demand obedience. Respect must be earned, not assumed, and your autonomy is non-negotiable. Recognizing this is the first step toward true inner freedom. Boundaries are not rejection, they are the framework of self-respect. Clearly defining what is acceptable creates space for both peace and authentic connection. Stoicism teaches that clarity protects autonomy without severing relationships. Acting deliberately communicates quiet strength and integrity. Understanding that you are responsible for your own choices empowers courageous action. Family may resist your limits. They might interpret a firm no as defiance or distance, but their discomfort reflects expectations, not your failure. The judgment of others does not determine your worth. Maintaining boundaries is an act of wisdom, not disloyalty. Every time you honor your limits, you reinforce self-respect and preserve dignity. Influence is meaningful only when it respects choice and reason. Yielding to pressure erodes character, while deliberate restraint strengthens it. Observing how others respond to your boundaries teaches you who truly respects your autonomy. Enforcing limits may bring discomfort or conflict, but that discomfort is not punishment. It is a sign of growth. Standing firm teaches others how to engage with you respectfully. Peace comes from conscious decisions about who can access your inner world. You can love deeply without sacrificing mental and emotional well-being. Emotional manipulation, even when disguised as care, is not love. Stoicism reminds us that protecting your inner life is not selfish, it is necessary. Boundaries allow relationships to exist with respect, mutual understanding, and clarity. Blood may connect you, but it does not grant unlimited authority over your life. You can cherish family while safeguarding your inner world. Influence should inspire growth, not demand submission. Freedom begins when you recognize the difference between connection and control. Acting from principle rather than fear strengthens character and cultivates true autonomy. Maintaining boundaries preserves dignity and ensures that love and respect are mutual. Submission disguised as care is not love. Stoicism teaches clarity, discernment, and inner freedom, not rebellion. Your choices, actions, and emotions are yours first. When you consistently assert your inner authority, you create a life where relationships are healthy, authentic, and balanced. True peace is found when access is consciously granted and freely received. Each boundary you maintain is a declaration of integrity and self-respect. Love without autonomy is incomplete. Influence without consent is intrusion. Recognizing these truths allows you to navigate family dynamics with wisdom, strength, and tranquility. Stoic wisdom shows that inner authority is the foundation of freedom, dignity, and lasting peace. Asserting it thoughtfully is one of the most profound acts of courage and self-respect a person can practice. 4. Choose peace over obligation. Not every expectation from family is a duty you must fulfill. Love and loyalty do not require sacrificing your own peace or well-being. Stoicism teaches that clarity and choice are the foundations of freedom. Acting from obligation rather than principle erodes dignity and quiet strength. Recognizing when to step back preserves both your inner calm and the quality of your relationships. Family may pressure you with reminders of past sacrifices or obligations, framing compliance as virtue. These pressures often appear loving, but subtly manipulate your decisions. A Stoic sees through these patterns and chooses actions guided by reason, not fear. You are allowed to value past sacrifices without surrendering control of your life. Establishing limits is not betrayal, it is an assertion of autonomy and self-respect. Choosing peace often means limiting access to your thoughts and emotions. Influence is meaningful only when it respects choice. Yielding to coercion or guilt undermines both character and tranquility. By consciously deciding how much access others have, you create healthy boundaries that protect your energy and dignity. Stoicism reminds us that inner freedom is maintained not by confrontation, but by consistent, principled action. Growth and independence can be uncomfortable for those accustomed to familiarity. As you live according to your principles, some may question your motives or frame your choices as disloyal. Stoicism teaches that personal development is not betrayal. Remaining authentic is an act of courage, and asserting your limits reinforces self-respect. The discomfort others feel reflects their struggle to accept your autonomy, not your wrongdoing. Peace is sustained when you act with intention and integrity. Love does not demand unlimited access or unquestioned compliance. Respect flows both ways, and relationships thrive when boundaries are honored. Stoic wisdom shows that by choosing peace over obligation, you protect your inner life while still engaging authentically. Your autonomy is non-negotiable, and asserting it thoughtfully maintains dignity, balance, and lasting tranquility. 5. Protect your inner world. Your thoughts, emotions, and decisions belong to you first. No one, not even those who share your blood, has the automatic right to influence or control them. Love and family connection are valuable, but they do not justify intrusion or manipulation. Stoicism teaches that inner freedom begins when you recognize this truth and act accordingly. Every time you honor your boundaries, you reinforce both dignity and peace. Family may attempt to guide your choices using subtle pressures. Reminders of past sacrifices, expectations, or implied disappointment can feel like love, but are often tools of control. Stoicism encourages observing these patterns without reacting emotionally. You can respond with clarity and principle rather than fear or guilt. Maintaining autonomy is not selfish, it is essential for genuine, healthy relationships. Protecting your inner world requires awareness. When you notice influence trying to shape your emotions or actions, pause and reflect. Ask yourself if compliance comes from choice or obligation. A Stoic chooses the path aligned with reason, not external pressure. Acting intentionally ensures your peace is preserved and your values remain intact. Love and respect flourish when access is consciously given. When family understands that your boundaries are firm yet fair, relationships strengthen. Influence should inspire growth, not demand submission. Stoicism reminds us that freedom is not passive. It requires deliberate action and consistent principles. By protecting your inner world, you demonstrate strength without hostility and assert autonomy without rebellion. Growth can be threatening. As you develop, pursue goals, and make independent choices, some family members may struggle to accept your evolution. They may frame independence as distance or disloyalty. Stoicism teaches that personal development is never betrayal. Remaining authentic even when others resist reinforces character and self-respect. The discomfort others feel often reflects their expectations, not your actions. Emotional manipulation is subtle but pervasive. Guilt, passive aggression, or implied disappointment can pressure you into compliance. Stoic practice emphasizes awareness and deliberate response. You're allowed to value sacrifices and love without surrendering control of your life. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, not rejection. By maintaining clarity, you reclaim authority over your own decisions and preserve emotional integrity. Peace requires conscious engagement with relationships. You can love deeply while limiting access to your thoughts and feelings. Influence is positive only when it respects choice and reason. Yielding to pressure erodes both dignity and autonomy, whereas deliberate restraint strengthens both. Stoicism teaches that freedom is preserved through clarity, observation, and principled action. Every boundary you maintain is an exercise in self-respect and wisdom. Connection does not equal permission. Blood creates bonds, but not authority over your life. You can honor family while safeguarding your inner world. Stoicism reminds us that submission disguised as care is not love. True influence respects autonomy and encourages growth rather than compliance. Acting consistently with principle ensures relationships remain balanced, authentic, and healthy. The clarity of your boundaries becomes a guide for others. By modeling self-respect, you show that access to your mind and heart is conditional on mutual respect. Love is enriched, not diminished, when autonomy is maintained. Stoic wisdom demonstrates that influence should nurture growth, not control behavior. Maintaining your inner world requires courage, observation, and steadfastness. Pressure comes in many forms: expectations, guilt, or subtle criticism. You may feel obligated to comply, but Stoicism teaches that your duty is first to reason, character, and peace. Each conscious choice to assert limits strengthens your inner authority. Emotional manipulation loses power when met with deliberate awareness and consistent action. Boundaries protect not only your peace, but the integrity of relationships you choose to maintain. Autonomy allows love to exist without sacrifice. Respect without intrusion creates bonds that are authentic and enduring. Stoicism emphasizes that peace and character are inseparable. Every moment you enforce limits consciously reinforces your dignity. Influence is meaningful only when it respects freedom. By choosing your response rather than reacting to pressure, you preserve tranquility and self-respect. Inner freedom is the foundation of every healthy connection. Stoicism shows that deliberate action, consistent boundaries, and thoughtful discernment allow relationships to thrive. Your life, emotions, and choices are yours first. Influence without consent is intrusion. Submission disguised as care is not love. Recognizing these truths ensures that family ties do not compromise your autonomy or peace. Stoic wisdom teaches that freedom comes from clarity, principle, and deliberate action. Asserting this freedom is one of the most profound acts of courage one can practice. 6. Respond without anger. You do not have to react with hostility when family crosses boundaries. Stoicism teaches that calm observation and measured response preserve both peace and dignity. Emotional detachment does not mean indifference. It means recognizing what belongs to you and what does not. By responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively, you maintain control over your life and emotions. Pressure and manipulation may tempt you to respond defensively. Guilt, criticism, and expectations can provoke frustration or anger. But Stoicism reminds you that these feelings are signals, not commands. You can acknowledge them without surrendering your inner authority. Every choice to remain composed reinforces your character and strengthens your autonomy. Responding without anger is an act of strength, not weakness. Clarity is your guide in all interactions. Knowing your boundaries and limits allows you to engage authentically while preserving peace. Influence should be accepted only when it aligns with reason, not coerced by emotion or expectation. Stoicism teaches that deliberate restraint is more powerful than impulsive reaction. Acting from principle ensures your relationships remain healthy and balanced. Family may challenge your calm, misinterpret your firmness, or attempt to provoke you. Stoicism instructs you to remain grounded, observing their reactions without internalizing them. Your peace is maintained when you distinguish between what you control and what you do not. Emotional composure allows you to navigate difficult situations without compromising your values. Each moment you respond without anger reinforces your inner authority and strengthens your character. Respect, love, and connection are preserved when you act deliberately. Responding without anger shows that autonomy and relationship can coexist. Stoic wisdom shows that your inner life is protected not by avoidance or aggression, but by conscious, principled action. Maintaining calm in the face of pressure is not passive. It is a demonstration of strength, dignity, and self-respect. By observing and acting thoughtfully, you protect your inner world while still engaging authentically with family. Every choice to respond without anger upholds your values. Influence is meaningful only when it respects freedom and reason. By mastering your reactions, you preserve peace and cultivate enduring relationships. Stoicism teaches that inner authority is maintained through clarity, discipline, and deliberate action. Responding without anger is the most powerful assertion of freedom and self-respect you can practice in any family dynamic. Your life, choices, and emotions remain yours. By refusing to let anger dictate your actions, you reclaim control over your inner world. Each measured response reinforces your dignity, autonomy, and the integrity of your relationships. Stoicism demonstrates that true freedom is maintained not through confrontation or avoidance, but through calm, deliberate, and principled action. By responding without anger, you protect peace while engaging authentically, creating relationships grounded in respect, choice, and mutual understanding. 7. Honor yourself. While engaging, you can love your family without sacrificing your own values or peace. Stoicism teaches that honoring yourself is not selfish. It is essential for authentic relationships. When you act according to principle rather than obligation, you maintain dignity and inner authority. Your choices reflect character, not fear or pressure. Understanding that your autonomy is non-negotiable allows you to navigate family dynamics with clarity and confidence. Each decision you make intentionally reinforces your self-respect and strengthens the foundation of every relationship you choose to engage in. Family may push boundaries, question your decisions, or attempt to invoke guilt. These pressures can feel subtle or overwhelming, but Stoicism encourages observing them without internalizing their weight. You can acknowledge concerns while remaining steadfast in your values. True respect is reciprocal, and asserting yourself calmly preserves both your peace and the integrity of your connections. Emotional manipulation disguised as care is not love, and you are allowed to recognize the difference without feeling shame or guilt. By maintaining clarity about what belongs to you and what does not, you reclaim authority over your life and choices. Boundaries are the invisible architecture that supports healthy connections. By maintaining them consistently, you allow love and respect to flourish without compromise. Influence should inspire growth, not demand compliance. Yielding to pressure or guilt undermines autonomy, whereas deliberate restraint strengthens both character and relationships. When you honor yourself first, you demonstrate strength quietly and effectively, teaching others how to engage respectfully and authentically. Stoic wisdom shows that self-respect and relational harmony are not opposites. They coexist when guided by clarity, discernment, and principle. Each choice to uphold your boundaries signals integrity and establishes a standard for how others may interact with you. Your autonomy is a gift to yourself and a guide to others. By modeling consistency and clarity, you teach family members how to engage in ways that are respectful and mutually beneficial. Stoicism emphasizes that love without autonomy is incomplete, and influence without consent is intrusion. Protecting your inner world is not an act of defiance, but of courage, foresight, and self-respect. You can honor family while safeguarding your peace, demonstrating that principled engagement creates relationships that are authentic, enduring, and balanced. Every action taken with awareness strengthens your character and reinforces boundaries that protect both yourself and your loved ones. Peace and dignity are preserved when you act with intention and self-respect. Each choice to maintain your limits is a declaration of integrity. Stoicism teaches that freedom is not passive. It is actively maintained through deliberate action, clear limits, and consistent principles. By honoring yourself while interacting with family, you navigate conflicts with wisdom, calm, and authority. Love can exist alongside autonomy, and connection can thrive without compromise. Submission disguised as care is not love, and obedience without choice is not respect. Recognizing these truths allows you to engage without losing yourself, ensuring that relationships remain healthy, equitable, and emotionally sustainable. It is natural to feel tension when enforcing limits. Some family members may resist, challenge, or misunderstand your actions. Stoicism instructs that their reactions are not reflections of your integrity, but of their expectations and conditioning. By maintaining composure, observing carefully, and responding deliberately, you protect your inner life while still participating in family relationships authentically. Every boundary you assert, every principle you uphold, becomes a template for how respect and trust operate within the connection. The clarity of your intentions communicates strength, wisdom, and consistency without hostility or aggression. Love that coexists with boundaries creates space for growth for both parties. Respect flows naturally when autonomy is preserved. Influence that honors choice nurtures rather than constrains. When you protect your inner world, you cultivate a self that is resilient, principled, and capable of enduring challenges without compromise. Stoic practice shows that the most profound acts of courage often occur quietly in the decision to maintain integrity, honor limits, and engage thoughtfully without surrendering inner freedom. Your life, choices, and emotions are yours first. By honoring yourself, you ensure that engagement with others does not come at the cost of your peace. Every intentional action and consistent boundary reinforces the harmony between autonomy and connection. Stoicism teaches that freedom, dignity, and authentic relationships are inseparable when guided by clarity and principle. Love and connection flourish most when your inner authority is recognized, respected, and preserved. Each moment of deliberate, thoughtful engagement strengthens character, nurtures meaningful bonds, and demonstrates that true freedom is lived through self-respect, conscious choice, and unwavering adherence to principle. The foundation of your inner authority lies in consistent, principled action. By respecting yourself first, you model how love, care, and influence should operate within healthy relationships. Stoicism shows that courage is not always loud or confrontational. It is often quiet, deliberate, and measured. Family is not automatically entitled to your obedience or your peace. Blood may connect you, but it does not give anyone the right to control your thoughts, decisions, or emotions. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes from clarity, principle, and deliberate action. By setting boundaries, maintaining autonomy, and responding without anger, you preserve your dignity while still engaging authentically with those you love. Love and connection thrive when respect is mutual, access is consciously granted, and influence respects choice. Protecting your inner world is not selfish. It is essential for authentic relationships. Each act of self-respect reinforces your character and models integrity for others. Peace is found not in yielding to obligation or guilt, but in acting with wisdom and intention. By honoring yourself first, you create relationships grounded in trust, autonomy, and mutual understanding, cultivating a life of enduring tranquility, freedom, and meaningful connection.